Hello my fellow designers, welcome back to D-Life HD. This is Victor, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Monster Hunter Rise demo, Great Izuchi Hunt. This demo recently dropped, and as you know if you've watched my previous videos on Monster Hunter, I am super excited for the new installment, Monster Hunter Rise. So without any further delay, let's jump right into it. I can't even put into words how desperate I was for this demo to come out as soon as they released a informational video on the demo and also dropped a new trailer. They said it would be coming out on January 7th, and so I was all over that. I was ready to download it. I was constantly refreshing the Nintendo eShop just to get a glimpse at when this demo would finally come out. And I searched around the internet and it just seemed like there was a lot of miscommunication as to when the demo was actually coming out. Some places said the 7th, some places said the 8th. Of course, Japan, where it's mainly going to be popular, they're ahead of us and they're already in the next day. And so the 7th could be the 8th there. And so it was a big mess and it was all confusing. And when the demo finally did drop on the eShop, the servers were so overwhelmed that it was hard to even get the game to install itself. I went through the eShop and I would click purchase on the demo and then it would bring me back to the home screen and it just wouldn't appear. The tab wouldn't appear and it wouldn't start installing, and so I constantly just refreshed it and tried again until finally the demo was installed and I was ready to go. The demo features two hunts, the Great Izuchi Hunt, which we will be focusing on now, and on a later video we will be talking about the Mizitsune Hunt, which they recently announced what he was returning for Monster Hunter Rise. It also features a tutorial quest and a Monster Hunter writing feature quest, and those are separate from the main quests that are focused on slaying. Let's discuss the Great Izuchi Hunt. This is the first hunt, no doubt, that a beginner is going to want to start off on because it's really straightforward. The monster itself is not super overpowered. It's a low tier monster compared to the Mizitsune Hunt, which is a separate intermediate type quest. The Great Izuchi is like this pack-driven alpha male dinosaur type character, and so he travels along with a bunch of other smaller, less matured dinosaur type creatures, and he's very focused on being super mobile and attacking you with his tail. Of course, in previous Monster Hunter games, we've had other great characters. You know, we've had the Great Joggy, the Great Boggy, the Great Roggy, the Great Jogress, and the Great Mako. And so it's sort of this theme that they are these lower ranked dinosaur type monsters that you fight at the beginning of the game to get freshened up on the new abilities in the game and introduce newcomers to the way that the game actually operates. And no doubt the Great Izuchi operates completely like that. This is a very low rank monster that you can kind of work around and see what fits, you know, test out different weapons, different tactics, you know, figure out what kind of loadout you want to have. And of course this is the demo, so there's only so much we can actually do in it. But the Great Izuchi Hunt is extremely fun, especially because it's really the first time that the map is fully opened up for you to just go around and check it out. This is the first map that they introduced with the original trailer for Monster Hunter Rise, and that is the Shrine Ruins. Both quests that they have available are set in that area, and so the Great Izuchi Hunt allows you to sort of explore it before you go and attack the monster. Compared to your level and like the armor that you have in this demo hunt, Great Izuchi is not extremely powerful against you, and so it's not going to take you the entire amount of time that the quest offers you to complete the hunt. And that leaves a lot of time to run around and explore and check out all the new features that the game offers. Of course, the wire bug is a extremely fascinating aspect of this game compared to the older ones because it adds a lot of mobility. you're basically Spider-Man zipping around as a monster hunter. And so there's a lot of time to really explore and figure out how that new core mechanic of the game alters what we're used to, or allow newcomers to really explore and figure out how to use that wire bug for the first time, because it's not extremely easy. It's a rather complex thing, but once you get it down, you know, it's all muscle memory at that point. But when you're first learning to use this wire bug, it's pretty complex, even for a series veteran like myself. Also, a new feature is the endemic life, which are little bugs and other types of animals surrounding all around the entire map, and you can go around and collect them, and they do different things to help you and aid you on your quest. Some buff your amount of health, you know, the max amount of health you can have. Some do the same thing for your stamina. Others allow you to blight the monster with an elemental attack. And so just there's all these different functions with these animals. And so this first hunt, the Great Izuchi Hunt, is all about going around and learning how the new aspects of the game work. Also, on top of the Great Izuchi being on the map, there is a Azuros on the map as well, who is a bear monster, who was actually introduced by the producers and creators of this new Monster Hunter Rise game initially back in one of their older games that they worked on. So it's cool to see him returning. He's got this really nice aesthetic. He's a very dopey monster, and he's also very low rank, but definitely people are glad to see him back. And it's cool to be able to see him in the demo as well, because he's sort of just running around doing his own thing. And then one major aspect of the new Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Rise, is Wyvern Riding, which they announced alongside the demo, which is a function that takes over what used to be a mounting system where you could get on top of the monster and try to knock them over. Now you have the ability to gain full control over the monster. And so these turf wars between monsters are all about you actually getting control of the monster and attacking other ones. So the Great Izuchi, who is the main monster of the hunt that you're on, this particular quest where you're facing the Great Izuchi, there's also the Azuros on the map. And so you can go over, latch onto the Azuros, and then bring him over to the Great Izuchi and have a all-out turf war, and it's all controlled by you. It's a really cool function, and it's something completely unique that we haven't seen in the franchise outside of a few of the spin-off games like Monster Hunter Stories. Overall, the Great Izuchi is a rather straightforward hunt, and it's all focused on really learning the ropes, or the wire bugs, if you will. Sorry, bad joke. But Great Izuchi is really straightforward. He's a pack monster, like I mentioned earlier, and the whole purpose of the hunt is really getting used to the way that Rise operates. And I can say, out of full honesty, that this game is amazing. And the demo has a few hiccups here and there. There's some issues with the online aspect, but that's just how it is. They're calling this a demo, but really it's a beta. They're incorporating all the feedback that they get. In fact, I actually took a survey that they put out and sort of gave them my feedback. But overall, this is a fantastic little bite-sized portion of what we're going to see in the actual game, and I can highly recommend it. And I also recommend that you start with this first hunt, the Great Izuchi. Keep in touch and tuned in for later in the week, and I will discuss the Mizutsune hunt, which is the other major hunt quest in this demo.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this video. We love talking to you guys. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like these. Lastly, check out our Twitter account for gameplay on the latest releases. But most importantly, remember to stay 1 up.